All right, so we're back with another Tesla video because y'all seem to really like the delivery day video, and that video did really good within the first like 3 days or so. I think last time I checked 2.8K, which is actually insane, and y'all actually used the referral link. Again, if you want to buy a Tesla, you can get up to $2,000 off if you get the X and S, and if you get the 3 and Y, you get $1,000 off your Tesla purchase with the link down below. So go ahead and use that if you want to get a Tesla and you want to save some money. So the point of this video is to show you the new full self-driving. Now, I've had this update for a few days. I've already tried it out. I've been out of town, so I haven't been able to record a video, but a lot of people have already been making videos on it I've seen. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make mine. Basically, we're gonna be traveling from somewhere downtown to somewhere down south just to kind of get an idea of like, city streets or like freeways, stuff like that, just to kind of get an idea of how the full self-driving actually works. And if you saw in the delivery day video, I think I put a couple clips where I had to actually like turn the steering wheel to show that I'm showing attention. But with this update, I haven't had to do that. If you're looking away a little too long, it might tell you, please pay attention to the road or something like that. I never had to actually intervene physically with the steering wheel, which is actually great because that makes this full self-driving a lot better. And especially at night, I felt like I had to do a lot of the adjusting of the wheel like every 30 seconds or so. But for some reason with this update, they kind of fixed that, and I never have to intervene with the wheel, I should say. So it's great. I know this update, for some people, they're able to park their car whenever they get to a parking lot. For some reason, I don't have that access. So when I get to my location, it just kind of says I'm there. And since I'm not an early adopter, I don't have the holiday update yet like a lot of people already do have. So that's unfortunate for me because I really wanted to make a video on that. But it is what it is. And I actually have to make this video pretty soon because my full self-driving does expire in like 4 days. So I gotta get this video done so I can show you the full self-driving before I have to actually pay for it. But since I'm making the video, I can delay that process a little bit. But like I said, somebody did use my referral link, so I wonder if I could use that towards the monthly payments of full self-driving. But that I'll have to figure out later because I don't have the money yet until they get their car. Which, congratulations on the person who ordered. I think they got a Model Y or something like that, so that's dope. Congrats to them. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this full self-driving. I actually did figure out that I don't have to drive out onto the road to use full self-driving. I can just start the full self-driving through the parking lot if I'm backed in. So, but if I'm pulled into a spot, it won't back out. So I guess whenever these cars clear up in a second, I'll just go ahead and do full self-driving to get out of this parking lot. I think I do have to activate the drive, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I have to press drive. Oh, I gotta type in my PIN. And then now if I just do full self-driving, activate drive, full self-driving. See, all right, now we're gonna get out of the parking lot. A guy homie next to me is looking, but it is what it is. I think they fixed the Rainbow Road too. It looks a little bit different. I could be tripping, but it looks a little bit better. All right, and it's doing great. Pulling out of a parking lot, sees the pedestrian walking across the street, slows down for her. One thing I will do is adjust the speed because the speed limit is not 10 miles an hour here. I don't know why it's doing 10, so we're gonna I think it's doing it for the parking lot, so I'm not. There you go, adjusted to 25. So let's just go 5 over because it's Texas. And that guy just got over, he's probably pissed. Oh yeah, he's speeding past me. He's getting all the way back over. We're gonna keep the speed limit about 5 over. We're not gonna go like fast unless it's on the freeway because it's different. And I don't plan on intervening unless I absolutely have to. It doesn't look like he wants to get over in the left lane. We'll see. He's probably just gonna do it from here, but ooh, I'm so bright. The sun is actually crucial here. I don't think I could turn left on red. Yeah, no, I definitely can. Okay, so this car got over in the left lane. I think it's staying in this lane because there's cars in that left lane, so it's thinking like that's a parking lane, but it'll still turn. All right, and go ahead and turn. Perfect. There we go. And of course, I'm gonna cut out all the little stops and stuff, because no point in recording me waiting in traffic, like I said before, because that's kind of pointless and redundant to just sit there and just wait for the light to turn. Now this drive should be pretty quick. It's only 24 minutes. So yeah, this address is very irrelevant. So if you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna know what this address is for, it's for CVS, dog. I feel like a little 20-25 minute drive would be perfect for a test like this because it's not like the shortest drive in the world, but it's not the longest one. And it's just a good, day-to-day, like let's say I'm going to work, for example, if I had a job that I had to go to work to. This would probably be like the normal commute time. So like when I used to work at U of H, my commute was like 25 minutes. So I feel like this is a good little test to kind of just judge, see how the full self-driving works for just day-to-day commuting. Okay, Tesla, all right. We have a green light, so it's okay. I feel bad for that car, but we have a green light. I did notice that some people said that the braking has gotten a lot better, but the braking is pretty harsh for me. I have it on assertive though, that could be why. I don't know, it's still very intense. There's a guy dancing over there. Probably can't see him on the iPhone, but he's getting down. I do like how it's showing a car randomly in the intersection. Oh, because there's a car there. Never mind. Go off, Tesla. You're right. And the fact that I can see this many cars is crazy. And it's picking up the metro as giant buses and semis. I always think that's funny. Sometimes it shows like giant, regular like sedans just driving by, but they're huge. I'm not gonna lie, that had to be the longest light that I've been in Houston in a minute. Now, I've had the car for a few weeks now, and I actually really love this car. I've made a few big purchases in my life. I say big, I'm talking about a few $1,000s, but like, I've always regretted some of them, like, I didn't have to get this, or I could have done without it. But for some reason, like, this Tesla has not been one of those like purchases that I actually regret. I actually love this car, and to fill up, like, I think last week, because I did a lot of extra driving with my parents and stuff, I only spent about $27 on charges. 6 something of that was like at a supercharger. The rest was just at the apartment. So yeah, I mean, it's been doing great. This car, the mileage I get is decent enough for what I need. Now, if I need to travel out of town, it sucks a little bit, especially College Station, because there's like one supercharger in College Station. But yeah, it's trying to see what, oh, I guess it's trying to get over. Okay, it just kind of cut that red car off, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, like, a trips like to College Station and stuff, it sucks. Okay, Tesla, all right, don't brake too hard now. Ooh, that was a really intense brake. Yeah, like I said, in College Station there's only one supercharger, so it's kind of hard to like fight for that spot, because there's like 8 stalls or something like that, and then people are literally waiting for you to get like done charging. Ooh, it hit that little pillar curb. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but it did hit that. So it made that turn a little sharp. So far we've had 2 like mess ups with this so far. It's been 1, the speed limit, and 2, the little pillar bumper. So I think the speed limit's 35. It should be 30. I don't know. We're just gonna speed up. Oh, I did not mean to accelerate that much. It should be more than 35. The only interventions I've had were so far speed, and that was it. Other than that, we've been good. It does have trouble picking up speed limits when you get onto the highway. I don't know why. I guess because there's not a sign to tell you how fast to go. But the speed limit's obviously not 35 on this. This is like a 60, 65 right now. Okay, I'm gonna let off now. Yeah, see, it's 60. So it just changed. We're gonna go ahead and set it to 65. Yeah. Okay, I should probably minimize the amount of lane changes, but okay, it did good with that truck cutting me off. It didn't brake too hard. Back there, it braked like a mother, but right there, it didn't brake too hard. It is going 55, 56, but it's because it's pacing the car in front of me. So it should get over to a faster lane, but I guess it's not going to. I'm not gonna lie, I did pick the worst time of day to record this too, because the sunlight is so brutal. I guess I could just change my f-stop. Let's make my f-stop go higher. Hopefully that kind of helps out a little bit. Okay. It took that Honda cutting me off pretty well. It just basically ignored it. See, the Rainbow Road is a little glitchy. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot smoother on like the Model S, just personally from what I've experienced. Okay, it's gonna let the Honda over? Oh, yeah, no, I guess, yeah, it is. It's gonna slow down a little bit, not a lot. All right, it says the Honda's going too slow, so we're gonna pass it up. Since there's really nothing to talk about, what kind of Tesla would y'all buy? Would y'all buy a Model 3, a Model S, Model X? This guy over is looking at me because I'm recording. He's like looking over, but we're gonna ignore him. Oh, I guess he's gonna speed past me. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, he's so cool. He's literally about to hit the car in front of him. What a cool guy. If I wasn't doing a full self-driving video, I would, you know, catch up to him and gap him, you know, because we can do that. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be humble today. We're gonna stay humble with the full self-driving only. Oh, he just cut across. Okay. He just sped across this little lane over here. And as y'all can tell so far, it has not told me to grab the wheel. I don't think I've even gotten a warning to look at the road. Okay, we got some traffic coming up. And like I said in the last video, I have been enjoying the full self-driving a lot more, especially with this update, just because like, it's just so much better. It's like, when I first got it, I was like, oh, it's kind of annoying to turn the wheel, but like, no, I don't even have to do that. It's still supervised because I still have to be looking at the road, but like, dude, it's just like, I want it now. I wish I would have bought it, but I could pay for it monthly. I don't need it necessarily, because like sometimes I just want to get past people and just get home quicker, within the legal speed limit, of course. But it's just, I don't know, it's just so convenient for traffic like this, where I don't really want to like put all the energy into thinking about how to drive in traffic, because like people are just braking all the time. But if the car just brakes for me, I can just sit here and chill, and just, obviously I'm still monitoring it, but just sitting here and chilling and just watching it do its thing is just great. I don't know if it's just me, like I don't have weak ankles or anything, but like when I'm driving a gas car, I like to just like cruise. Like when I let off the gas, it just cruises. It just kind of, I'm not constantly pressing on the gas to like accelerate, but with this car I'm constantly having to do it, so my ankle kind of like, it just gets tired just having to stay on the pedal all the time, because when I let go of the accelerator, it obviously slows down. That's just me not used to driving a Tesla, so yeah, that's probably a big factor of why it bothers me so much. I mean, so far it's just killing it in this traffic. It's like not, I haven't had it brake too hard. It's just kind of taking the pace of the cars in front of me, and it's doing great. And of course it does a lot better on like highways and freeways, because it's faster paced and it's not as many like random streets that you have to turn down, so it's gonna obviously do way better. Obviously city streets haven't been a big issue. I mean, it obviously is just gonna perform a lot better here. Okay, so this car wants to get over, and the Tesla's not really wanting, is it gonna let it get over? Oh, it has its hazards on, so it's confused. Because they weren't prioritizing their blinker, it got confused. We're about 10 minutes into the drive, still no intervention other than the speed, like I said. So yeah, it's doing great. Ooh, okay, it did not want to cut off that car. It did not want to cut off that car. Now the car's definitely not gonna let me over, but it did not want to cut off that car. It thought about it though. It heavily thought about it. So it looks like this is gonna be about another couple miles of just straight stop and go traffic. So if I have any updates, you'll see it. If not, we're just gonna get, oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see through the iPhone, but there is so much traffic up there. So I'm just gonna let it ride out. Oh, okay, it's like my third time trying to talk about this, but I was just gonna let it ride out through this traffic. If it does great, then I'll just say it did great. If it does bad during my little filming break, then you'll see it. I'm gonna just listen to music, because I have 14 more minutes, and this is probably about a good another 5 minutes worth of traffic. Ooh, all right, I don't know if you just saw that. It did a very harsh brake right there. I'm in the fast lane for traffic, but it's really not that fast. It's actually surprising me that it's not trying to like get over into the actual faster lanes, because this middle and this far right lane, obviously it's gonna stay out of the right lane because it's the far right lane. It never really likes to stay in that lane. But the fact that it's not trying to get over to the middle is kind of crazy, because all these cars have already passed me, and this lane has just been kind of stop and go more than this middle lane has been. But I guess it hasn't been enough for it to be like, you know what, let's get over. We're not gonna be in this lane no more. Oh, I see big braking coming. Oh, okay, I got scared there for a bit, because I saw the cars in front of me braking pretty hard, and the car was not slowing down. And as you can tell, the mileage on this car is not too bad. I had 81% because I had adjusted it for a reason that is irrelevant, but I had 80% at the Chipotle I was at, and we're gonna get to our location, which was like 26 minutes away with 75, so about 5% for a good 26 minute drive, so which isn't horrible. Could be better, but with the wheels I have, obviously it's not gonna be the best mileage. With 78%, we have 237 miles, which is, you know, feasible for day-to-day driving, especially for me. But like I said, when it comes to that traveling and all that, at least the furthest traveling I usually do is either College Station or Austin. Obviously to Austin, there's gonna be Buc-ee's that have superchargers, so that's not gonna be a big issue. And it did break a little hard right there, I don't know if you noticed. But like when I go to College Station, there's only like 1 or 2 chargers on the way. One's like on the outskirts of Houston, and one's like an hour out from College Station. And again, College Station is only like 2 hours away maybe on a bad day. So it's like halfway in between here and College Station. So if I wanted to charge up, I'd have to either buy one of those charger adapters to charge up somewhere else, or I'd have to charge up at a supercharger and just sit there and wait till they get done charging. I did ask for one of those, I forgot what they're called, but they're like the really big charger adapters. I asked for one of those for Christmas just so I didn't have to buy it. Hopefully I get that, because that'll help out on like those road trips, because there's a lot of Electrify America chargers out there. And I think those are pretty quick. I think they're up to like 350 watt hours or something like that, whatever it is. That should charge it a lot, in theory, a lot faster than a supercharger. I don't know. Hopefully I get it. If I don't get it, I'm just gonna have to buy it. They're like $100, but they were on sale. And also all the Tesla gear and stuff that I get for Christmas, I'm gonna make a video on so you can see what kind of accessories that I use in the car. And I'll have a link for all of it down below on Amazon. Actually, I'll just put a link down below on stuff I hope I get, because That way y'all can see what I intend on hopefully getting for Christmas. And if not, I'll just buy them myself because they're not that expensive. So I'll just go ahead and leave a link down below so you can check it out. They are commission links, so I'll get a little kickback if y'all buy something, which helps out a lot, especially if I'm gonna be paying for like the Tesla full self-driving for the videos and stuff like that. As y'all know, in my Duron media videos in general, when I have camera gear and stuff, y'all buy camera gear, all this, it just spazzed out right there a little bit. Every time y'all buy stuff, it actually helps a lot towards making future videos. So keep that in mind. If y'all want to buy something, just go ahead and use the link, and it helps me out to make more content for y'all. Okay, are we exiting here? This is not the exit it should have taken, but I think it's probably going to try to avoid traffic. Oh yeah, this is definitely the wrong lane. Oh, we were not supposed to exit. We were not supposed to exit at all. So it did mess up. Look, if you look at the map, it's saying it wasn't supposed to exit. Now we're going to have to get back on. That's crazy. It exited early, and it should not have exited early. But now we're in a merge lane, and it's taking a second to get over. Let's go ahead and ride that yellow line, why don't we? Okay, so that's our first actual, let's just go ahead and say third fault, because it did not want to get over in the left lane. It didn't do the speed a couple times, and then now we just exited prematurely. So love it. And obviously full self-driving is not perfect, and we're finally at a version that's like allowing us to not actually have to touch the steering wheel. And these steering wheels aren't pressurized, I think, like the Model S, because Duron said he just has to touch the steering wheel. He doesn't have to like turn it or anything, and it works fine. This Jeep's gonna try to get over and cut me off. I hope not. We'll see. It can't. I have the right of way, but yeah, it's definitely a new software that is still progressing, and hopefully it gets a lot better than it already is. And that's actually a lot. If it gets a lot better, that's great. Okay, the Tesla wants to get over, but it's like too scared to. Okay, come on, get over. There we go. And speed limit is 65. I don't know why I was going 60. Okay, don't do it, Tesla. Chevy, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. That Chevy was coming in hot, and this Audi. You know what? Let's just cancel it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't cancel it, but I was going to. Why does it say my max is 55? I've never actually experienced that before. I've never seen it drop my max speed lower than the speed limit. This is the first time I've ever experienced that. It's happened twice already. I don't know why it's doing that. That is really weird. That is actually really weird. So I just changed it to 70, and then it dropped down to 55. That's actually crazy. If y'all know why it does that, go ahead and comment down below and tell me why it's doing that, because I've never experienced that on this update at all. I haven't updated it since I had this update, so there isn't another update to update it to. So I don't know why it's doing that. That's one thing I thought about doing in my car was getting a custom license plate. It was gonna say something funny, but then I realized it's like $500 for like 5 years, and then you have to like renew it. I think I'm good on that. I don't think I need to do all that, but $500 is actually kind of crazy. I need to exit, and it's not wanting to get over. I actually need to exit. Okay. Is it gonna fight to get over? Is it gonna fight to get over? Fight to get over. Be assertive. Be assertive. Be assertive. Oh yeah. Get over. Get over. You have one more lane. Get over. Get over. Jeez. Okay, it crossed over the white line, solid white line instead of the dotted white line. Actually, no, I did not have to exit here. Did I have to exit here? No, this is a. Oh, this is a exit. Oh, it's because I'm not used to like going this way. Interesting. I guess it's going a different route than it was intended to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. It didn't exit wrong. It just went a weird route than I expected it to. Dude, I need to get a sparkling water sponsorship. I love sparkling water. The amount of sparkling water I buy a month is actually insane. I buy about 10 cases a month, I would say. Usually it's like 5 every 2 weeks. It's actually an addiction. It's actually a problem. Whenever we get to the parking lot, I guess we'll see if it, tries to park. I don't think it will. It hasn't yet. But, it's doing weird things like changing the speed on me, so who knows? Maybe it will. See, I like Broncos. Broncos are nice on the looks, but when it comes to like actually driving them, they are so bad. They ride so rough. When I went to Gabo, we had 2 Broncos, and they were great looks wise, but when it came to driving, it felt like I was riding a car with no suspension. That's what it felt like. Just no recoil. It just took every hit as it was and did not absorb any of it. And I failed to acknowledge back there that car was exiting, and the car actually did a pretty decent braking job. So yeah, good job on the car. If it would get up to 35 miles an hour, that'd be great instead of just sitting at 31, but whatever. All right, so basically let's get a little rundown while we're coming to our last minute of driving. So far, we've had a couple speed issues, registering the speed limit. We had the speed issue of it dropping my max speed way below the speed limit, like 15 miles per hour below, or was it 10 or 15, something like that. And then we had the issue of it not getting into the left turning lane. And then the last issue we had was it exiting way too early, which was kind of crazy to me. But we're pulling into, I guess it was right, it was CVS. It's parking lot, and let's see if it'll just try to park or if it'll just say we're at our destination. One thing I can't appreciate is that I don't have to drive out of the parking lot, so whenever it's starting full self-driving, so that's great. But it's not showing it to where I could park in these spots. Attention monitoring unavailable. I guess because I was looking at the screen too much. But oh, see, that's the first time I've had it say apply slight turning force. But I guess it's because I really wasn't looking at it. But we're gonna have to, let's just go ahead and take over. And I guess we'll just call that the drive. We're gonna park on our own. Let's go ahead and call that the drive. Let me go ahead and get into an actual parking spot because I'm kind of parked in like 3 parking spots. But yeah, that's the end of the drive. It did pretty good for the most part. Again, there was those few hiccups, and obviously the car did not want to park itself. It did not show any of the parking spots available to park in. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I give it a good 7.5, 7 out of 10 for this drive. I probably push more towards 7 just because it had that issue of it dropping the speed, which is really annoying when you're trying to pass, especially when it's supposed to pass for you, and then having the exiting early issue. And that was actually really unnecessary for it to exit because it didn't even register the exit itself until it exited. It was like, oh, we got to reroute. So that was really weird. But other than that, it was a good drive. It was comfortable. I didn't feel too scared other than some of the harsh brakings. That's why another thing that's gonna push it down towards like a 7 out of 10 for this drive. Usually I'll say the drives are good 8.5 out of 10. I've never had this many issues on a drive. Of course, when I record a video is when I'm gonna have all the issues in the world. I've never had this many issues before. Let's just say that. And I've been driving on this update for probably the past week and a half or so. That should tell you something. But yeah, that's the end of the video. And again, if you're wanting to buy a Tesla and get up to $2,000 off a Tesla purchase, go ahead and use the link down below. People have already used it, so yeah, it works. I didn't think anybody would use it, but it works. Go ahead and try that out. Buy your Tesla, get you some money off of that Tesla. And also go ahead and follow all the social medias, Duron Media on Instagram and TikTok, the Eric Duron on Instagram for my main account if you want to check that out. Go ahead and just follow all those down below. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next either editing tutorial or Tesla video. I don't know. I have plans for both, so we'll see whatever comes out next. This video is obviously gonna be the next video, but I don't know. We'll see. Where's my lens cap? All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.